We're live. What's going on? It's your boy Kevin Yee. How's your weekend going so far? Looks like my stream quality is being reduced. I just finished on getting, dude. I've been closing full time recently, and it's been really tiring for me. Honestly, like over these last few days, I've been closing. Oh my god, I probably spent 15 hours within the last more than 15 hours in the last like 3 days. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but there's a lot. It's pretty draining, and plus like there's a lot of prep time and stuff when it comes to closing. So been really busy with that. It's getting so crazy that I'm actually thinking about hiring an editor for this channel because I simply don't got the time to really edit as much as I did before and give my time so freely. So thank you for that like, by the way, appreciate it. Looks like we had 3 viewers on here. So I just thought we'd do something kind of fun. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna stand up today. Let's stand up. Got Patrick in the house. What's up, man? Patrick in the house. OG fan. Some cool things that are also happening this week other than closing. Sorry if the audio is so fucked. But some really cool things other than closing right now is that belt promotions at jiu-jitsu are happening. I got my whoops. I got my so I got my confirmation that I'm going to Dan Pena's in December, which I'm really excited for. Been learning from top entrepreneurs and just kind of like learning how fast they move, man. That's one thing I love about entrepreneurs, man. They move so freaking quick. And man, so that's some of the stuff I've been learning this week. I've been literally like implementing this getting things done like system as well in my life. So I have all these like cool files. I mean, I have more, but like I've been doing this filing system, connect with cool people, QLA, because there's a lot of homework for that. My kick-ass YouTube channel, Kick-Ass Investing Academy, which you guys gotta check out, Refugee Hustle, and winning clients online. So really this week has all been about like kind of getting prepared and getting the machine oiled. So that's basically what I've been working on. Seton says, have you already found an editor for the channel? Not quite yet. I would like, actually, if anybody's watching this and anybody's in the local LA area, I would love to see if we can work something out, man. I do have like a few ideas in mind, a few different editors I'm thinking about. And I wanted to definitely give a test trial because I do pump out a lot of volume on this channel. So I just want to make sure that everything is going smoothly and everything, I don't even care if everything goes smoothly, but I just don't want my channel to get fucked up and shit, So I want to make sure that, hey, like I start scaling with this channel. And this is a good problem to have. It's kind of stressful to really think about this, but I think with every single YouTube channel, you just really got to learn how to scale. So, oh yeah, I forgot to share the comments on this. Seton says, yo, have you found an editor for a channel? Just answered that. Kevin Moore, what's up? We got a small crew today. By the way, happy Easter if you guys celebrate Easter. I haven't celebrated Easter since I was a little kid, and the most we celebrate Easter was like just doing like Easter egg hunts and shit. So not really a big Easter guy, man. I'll probably after this stream, what I'm gonna do is really just sit down and like get some of my projects done. Like I'm so behind on Refugee Hustle. I was supposed to come up with an article like recently that I really wanted to just get out because it's been almost half a year since I've really edited anything on the channel or on my blog. And I want to get in the habit of just posting again. I've been feeling kind of guilty that I haven't done anything. Nat Nell Twiddley. Sorry, bro. I fucked up. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. So I thought we'd do something kind of fun today. I thought we could just go through how many of you guys, if you are watching this, first of all, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe. But I thought we'd do something kind of fun and something different on my Sunday stream where, oh shit, it's Zach King. What is up? Zach is here. Zach S. By the way, Zach, your channel, I was checking out your channel, bro. Fucking 63K already, man. Freaking lit, son. Drinking some bootleg LaCroix here. And damn, the comments are, dang, I wish I was in the LA area. I'm learning about video editing for fun. Yeah, video editing is kind of cool, but it's very time consuming. Like, that's why I've been just sticking to really basic edits recently. I haven't been really, like, it's kind of cool learning how to do those cool transitions and shit. But for me, it's just not my thing, man. Hustler in the house, man. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I just been closing, getting kind of burnt out. And I just realized that at the end of the day, like, it's really not worth my time to edit my own videos anymore, because I'm like, literally, the more deals I can close, the more money I can make. And is my time really worth editing, sitting in front of the computer? I like editing. It's therapeutic sometimes, but honestly, it gets really, really exhausting. So I just don't want to do it anymore. Right. Let's see. Always gotta give Kevin love. Thanks, bro. You're that like that just popped up on my this app I'm using called Ecamm. Patrick and Morty is a fan of Zach. Anyways, I thought it'd be kind of cool to just like kind of do this thing where I kind of take a look. Oh shit, what happened? Where I just kind of take a look at what's popping in the pharmacy world. Today I'm going to be focusing on our pharmacy subreddit, just to talk about different things that are happening within the pharmacy world. But I plan, if you guys really like this, what I plan on doing is really just doing this for any Reddit sub, honestly. Like, I think it's really, really cool to just kind of just see, like, just kind of, I mean, I don't use Reddit that much, to be honest with you, very rarely. But I thought it'd be kind of cool just to check out Reddit together, man. So if you guys like this idea, let me know. I just want to try something completely brand new. If you guys fucking hate it, let me know too as well. And I'll stop. But yeah, let's get a close up to my face, son. Hey, on time. How's that closing business going? Going relatively well. Just like, honestly, it's not like I don't like closing, but I can, like, it's definitely not for everyone. And I'll tell you this, if you don't like talking to people, closing is definitely not for you. Yeah, like, for sure. So feel free to, if you guys have questions for me that aren't pharmacy related to, feel free to just shoot it. This is really just a live Q&A type of thing. We got Androx right here too. Hopefully better than the pharmacy, way better than pharmacy, man. Like, for sure, because I have control over my time. I think that's one of the most important things for me, to be honest. Like, to have control of my time, control my schedule, control my location. I don't need to be licensed in a certain area. I don't need to go through, like, you know, I enjoy it because I'm like almost a doctor for businesses. Like, that's literally what I do almost all day. Sometimes it is frustrating, especially when you talk, like, you're actually closing on an offer. But I do have like some clients too, where I'm not necessarily a closer, but I'm more of the strategist or sales manager too. So working on that as well. Bro, now you a high ticket closer? Dude, I've been a high ticket closer for a while, man. The Ether Relic is in the house. Hey Kevin, what's up? How big is my team now? It's actually shrunk a lot. I mean, we have about 5 people on the main core team, but everybody's kind of like doing their thing. I still talk to like everyone that was on my team and stuff, but we really had to downsize because I just didn't have enough opportunities, to be honest. Like, honestly, if it was my dream, I would have so many people on my team, but at the end of the day, I mean, a team is only based off opportunities, and I just don't have the time to really look for opportunities and do all that sort of stuff anymore, you know? Freedom! Yeah. Your own boss, son. Boss. Yeah. And it was really interesting because I was actually kind of looking at this before, but people were talking about bi-weekly career thread for April 14th. And people are talking about, is saturation real, or is it a viable career, or should prospective students change direction? Should I change from job A to job B? Should I quit pharmacy? Job offers? Man, and like, dude, this is all the shit I've been talking about. And I've been doing a lot of research, guys. So I'm going to pull up some stats for you guys that I actually covered in my recent video. And I'm going to be using these stats for a while, Bureau of. So I just had to show you something. If you checked out my Instagram, I actually talked about it too. ACC, is it ACC? American pharmacists colleges or something like that. All my leads are canceling because of Easter. Yeah, I know. Honestly, Zach, like, yeah. So Zach, for y'all that don't know, Zach and I, Zach is also on my team. We're on the same offer, even though I'm not the sales manager for this offer. So I get it, man. It's kind of tough. Like, it's Easter. So, but I don't celebrate Easter, so it doesn't matter to me. I haven't celebrated Easter since like I was a kid, and that I was like looking for Easter eggs and whatnot. You know what? How I celebrated my Easter while I'm pulling up all these resources and stuff. You know how I celebrated my Easter today? I watched Dan Pena. That's pretty much all I freaking did, man. And yeah. So, by the way, to answer the first question about pharmacy saturation, which is very fucking real, and this is where like data really comes into play, right? So if you don't know, this is the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. It's a good idea to kind of get the roadmap of where pharmacy's headed, right? And they said the job look from 2016 to 2026 is 6%, right? 6%. Currently in 2016, when they did it, there's about 300,000 jobs. So the employment change is 17,000. Keep that number in your head, right? That's total. From, if I'm reading this right, that's total. And like the Bureau of Labor actually talks about all like what pharmacists do, all the fields of pharmacy and stuff. Most of your answers are in here if you're worried about like career wise, right? Now, if you go into statistics, one of the crazy statistics I read, okay, in 2016 to 2017, 14,000 first professional degrees in pharmacy were awarded. Read this. 14,000 professional degrees in pharmacy were awarded. Were they all PharmDs and stuff? From what I'm reading, they graduated 14,000. There's over like, I forgot how many schools, 142 schools as of January 2019. Man, that is some scary ass shit if you are a pharmacist. And for anyone that says that saturation is not real, man, when you're seeing those numbers, unless I'm reading it wrong, and please correct me if I'm wrong because I put it in a lot of my videos, but I'm doing my best, man. And for me, I'm just like, why would I want to jump in this field, man? Let's jump to the comments really quick and see what you guys are talking about. Zach's comment. Dan Locke's course Change Your Life or Mindset. Of course, it's one of the best personal development courses out there. Honestly, I think sales teaches you a lot about your relationship with money. And Zach, feel free to chime in, man. I think sales really teaches you a lot about your money mindset, about personal development, being positive, how you speak. I think I'm not the best speaker, guys. I'm really not the best speaker. I say a lot of fucks. I say a lot of ums. I say, I'm not the best speaker, but I'm definitely after doing HTC and doing more closing calls, I'm a lot more aware of my speech patterns. And so I try to stop myself when I try to say, like I'm trying really hard to like not do that. So yes, it's changed my life for the better. And I feel like if I were to go back to pharmacy, I'd be a lot better pharmacist because I can communicate better, because that's all it really is. It's a lot about having difficult conversations sometimes where it's closing is just like, people are talking about money. It gets really uncomfortable. And so I'm just like, hey, whatever product it is, or usually I like doing like different business models. So when people teach you to do business models, so like one of the questions that always pops up is like, you don't ask people, hey, do you have enough money for this program? Like, that's not the best way. the best way to really do it is like, hey, I just want to see if you're even in the position to actually sustain this XYZ business, right? It's just like I'm learning so many different ways to be direct without like fucking being like a fucking, I don't know. I can't think of the word, but having more tact, you know what I mean? So, nah, mean. Do you recommend any scar acne treatment? I can't recommend any. Wait, am I setting myself up for legal response? I'll tell you what I've done like before. When I had really, believe it or not, I actually had really bad acne growing up. And it's so fucking annoying because your Asian parents always like, oh, Kevin, like you should do this. My mom used to be like, yum tong. Oh, you guys aren't Cantonese, but she used to be like, hey, drink this soup and it'll clear up your skin. Do XYZ, it'll clear up your skin. And guess what? I did that shit. None of it worked ever. So like as far as scar acne treatment, what I've tried was really salicylic acid. And that kind of helps with that. How many clients are you at now? Says Lemon. Wow, there's a lot of HTC comments, bro. Like, dude, I made this like a pharmacy like live stream, which is cool. I just want to do whatever you guys really want me to like on these live streams. It's really just to chill, right? But I'm at honestly, I'm just at 2 clients. I mean, I have like pending clients who aren't ready and stuff, but like 2 active clients right now. One is a really, really big. The other one is like a lot smaller and I'm starting that up, but I'm taking I'm just trying to learn so much, man, about running different businesses. And even when I hear Dan Pena and stuff talk, I'm learning so much about business. I'm learning how black belts do business and how they position their teams. One of the offers, I'm actually not a sales manager for it. I'm not a leader for it. But I'm just learning all this cool stuff. And I encourage you guys, if you guys are thinking about starting your own agency, learn from people who are a lot more experienced than you, and then actually try to apply that to your practice with your own clients, right? So, bro, I plan to go pharmacy school, but owning your own business has freedom. Oh, your own business has freedom. Yeah, owning your own business has freedom. It is true. It's a give or take. It's a different type of freedom. It's like you don't get that 9 to 5 freedom, but it's responsibility freedom. So, like, here's the thing, right? Sometimes you might have to work weekends. I mean, like I worked all this weekend. Today's Easter. Luckily, I don't celebrate Easter, but you do have a lot of responsibility too. Like you are in charge of your own schedule, and like you can't be like, it's pretty much, I enjoy having autonomy. That's something I never got in pharmacy. So it's very different as well. It's very like focused on what you can do, like results oriented. So if you guys like that, perfect, but business is not for everyone. I realize that a lot. Check out Dan Locke video for business. Yeah, Dan Locke. I honestly haven't watched a lot of his videos recently. Not to say I'm not a fan of Dan Locke. I appreciate Dan so much, but I just haven't been keeping up because guess what? Diminishing returns, man. I know like a lot. I've bought like a lot of Dan Locke's courses. I have a good idea what he's gonna say. So I just realized that for me at this point in time, what's going to get me from A to Z or A to B is not going to be watching more Dan Locke videos at all, right? So would you go to do retail again or do residency? Well, let's look at the facts, man. Like, dude, seriously, like, do I need to show you the stats again, man? This is crazy. I mean, no, I wouldn't, because I don't think it's worth it. It doesn't. Here's the thing, like, even with all this, right? It just doesn't make sense for me to go back to retail pharmacy because 1, I value location independence. 2, I like being autonomous, man. I like having like major responsibility. Not to say like being a pharmacist, you don't have a responsibility, but I like challenging myself every single day. And that's something I didn't really get with pharmacy. I was dealing with a lot of normal, like everyday people people who never challenged the status quo. And maybe it was just the way I like the places I worked. But honestly, when I hear things about like consulting and all that sort of stuff, it really fascinates me a lot. When I look like when I can read a really good book, like I love learning about business, you know? So to be honest, I don't see myself going back into pharmacy, but I mean, when I go see Dan Pena, man, I have a pretty good feeling I'm going to dip back into healthcare, but not as a traditional role, man. Definitely as like maybe I'll acquire a business or something like that, or acquire a bunch of small businesses and really kind of flip businesses, man. Just like how people flip houses. That's what I think I can do, and I can use my position as a pharmacist and use my knowledge of the healthcare system to kind of do that. So that's how I'm seeing things right now. But there's a lot of things that kind of need like it really depends what happens this year. I'm working really hard right now because I don't want to go up to Dan Pena and just be like, hey man, this is Kevin. I run a YouTube channel and it's just like chill shit. I want to position myself best I can. Not to impress Dan Pena, but to really be the best self that I can be when I go to Castle. So I'm going to be I'm going to be going to Castle in December. So pretty excited, man. Adderall or Vyvanse, man. Not going to answer that. Thoughts on KT9 and Kevin David? For Amazon FBA, I like KT9 a lot. I have a lot of friends who have taken KT9's course. I like it. I think it's very comprehensive, but I think it's a great way for dipping your toes in Amazon FBA, right? Any tips on losing fat, getting over weight plateau? Not really, man. Like, dude, I'm not the best with like diet and shit and all that. Like, I gotta set a 30-day challenge, and like, dude, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm like looking a little pudgy right now, so I'm not at my best. Fuck. Have you ever done a prolonged fast? Longest fast I've ever done was 2 days, right? Hey Kev, as a pharmacist, what investment would you recommend a pharmacist to make? It really depends on your style. So like, I think Amazon FBA is pretty hot. Honestly, like I like Amazon FBA a lot. And I think it fits a lot of pharmacist styles because it doesn't require that much time. Right? Second thing is, not to say it doesn't require that much time, but it probably requires about like 15 hours a week. Pharmacists can afford the initial startup cost, which can range anywhere from $7,000 to $8,000, and it leverages the time. And I think the margins are high enough where you can just jump ship, right? Or jump into services. I like digital marketing. I like copywriting. I think that is a really, really great way to do it. But honestly, there's so many business models. So that's why if you notice a pivot on my channel, like I'm trying to get like more entrepreneurs on my channel just to show you, like whoever's a pharmacist, I kind of want to show different business models that will help people kind of leave pharmacy if they want to, how does a closing team work? Is it like having a percentage of getting a percentage of the team members? Yeah, sometimes a closing team will work like that. So as a sales manager, you're responsible to, or as a team leader, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it really doesn't matter. But essentially it works like this. Somebody has a relationship with a current client, and that person is responsible for scaling up that team, right? So for example, if I'm just like, oh, I'm working with Kevin David, even though my good friend is closing for him, but let's pretend I'm working for Kevin David for a second, right? And like I have a good relationship with Kevin David, and I start closing for him, and all of a sudden he's like, Kevin, I really want to scale up. Do you have any tips to kind of scale up the business? At that point, I would be like, yeah, Kevin, I could help you out with that. Let's kind of put these processes to kind of scale up the business. So I would look for closers. The closers would probably close for me, and I would take whatever percentage I agree with them. A common split is 50-50 split, 50% of the commissions, or it could be less. It really depends to you, because at the end of the day, it's really like your call, because you have the relationship with that business as well, right? I recently saw Dan Pena on London Real. He claims testosterone level of 1750. Can you believe that shit? It's crazy, bro. By the way, I commented on London Real's, maybe I'll pull it up, but I did comment on London Real's QLA. London, and it's kind of cool that you guys watch London Real. QLA. Where is it? I've been getting a lot of comments on it, but I'm gonna pull up London Real's video and I'm gonna show you something in the comments really quick. I really like this. Yeah, dude, check this out. I'm gonna show you my screen. So it says, it's official, I'm going to a castle in December. And let's look at some of these fucking comments, brah. Good luck there. Tell us how the experience was. I definitely will. Congrats. Let us how it goes. I would hate to be a multimillionaire. You get those lower self. A few $100,000 in the bank sounds great, which is no problem. This guy's really funny. Just follow channels that have been to castle already. Some people are putting it in real time. Yeah, dude, that's an example of being fucking poor, and that's how you know someone's not like successful. Yes, you should look at other people, what other people are doing, but that's such a scarcity mindset and such a broke mindset. You're not taking proactive ways to get that experience and get that active mentorship, because Dan Pena is not gonna fucking talk to you if you just follow other channels. That's the whole point, to get a one-on-one experience with Dan Pena. Pober sells info products. Use the snowflake. Yo, HTC brother in here. But anyways, and then you have people that want to attend in 2021. And here's the thing, Dan Pena is not getting any younger. He's getting a lot older, man. So really interested to see my quantum leap, and I'm gonna be shooting a video about why I'm actually going to Dan Pena, because it actually is quite emotional. I think it might be one of those crying videos, to be honest with you, just FYI. Yeah, rethink past this round. Elections are a one-man vote. Too many refugees, remember? Oh, okay. How tall is Dan Locke? He's not that tall. Let me see. Like, I might have a picture of Dan Locke. Hold on for a second. Do I have a picture of me and Dan? I definitely do have a picture of me and Dan, because I can't remember. He's not super tall. I think I'm like taller than him maybe, but he's not super tall. Yeah, he's just like every other Chinese man that oh yeah, I do have a picture. Let me show it to you guys. So just for reference, I'm about 5'8", and let me show my desktop for you guys. Hold on for a second. Oh shit, I'm opening up all these programs that I don't need. Is that it? Yeah. So for reference, this is Dan Locke and me at CIB back when I had hair, and we're both roughly the same size, like 5'8", man. So yeah, so funny. I need to book my CIB ticket and stuff and go. I just want to actually, you know what? I want to go to Dan Locke and be like, I'm going to a fucking castle. And I want to go to Dan Pena. I'm going to be like, I'm going to fucking see you in December, brah. So, Richard Uzi says, I'm planning to take my PCAT. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Okay, I'm taking my PCAT this year, but a lot of people are telling me not to go into pharmacy. Even my friends who are pharmacists said not to go. Opinions on that? It's really what you want, man. Like, see, at the end of the day, people can tell you what the fuck to do, but honestly, if you really believe that you want to do pharmacy, like, go ahead and do it. But just know that there is a good chance that, like I said, I was showing these kind of numbers before. This is how many people graduated in 2016, and this is how many jobs that will be created between the years of 2016 and 2026, right? You can see it's going to get very saturated. As long as you know that, that's fine. We can make plans to kind of overcome that, right? But the problem is if you don't really want to do it, if you're not really into the career, and your Asian parents are just like pressuring you, that's when we got a huge problem. But if you want to do it, go ahead, man. There's nothing stopping. Um, dude, there's nothing stopping you. You can be definitely one of those 17,000, bro. Um, so yeah, dude, get advice from people who have done it. If the pharmacists are telling you not to do it, ask them why. What don't you like about it? And ask yourself, what is most important for a happy life for me? Right? Some people like clocking in, clocking out. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong. Is it for me? Fuck no. You know, like, cause I don't know. Dan Pena says I have high testosterone too. The backhand test, bro. So if you guys don't know what the backhand test is, it's like, it tells you how much, I don't know, you're exposed to a lot of testosterone. I don't even know if this is scientifically true, but he was saying if your index finger is small, so take a look at your hand. If your index finger is smaller than, shorter than your ring finger, then you have high testosterone and stuff. That's what he says. I don't know if it's true. I've been trying to look at the studies for that. Can you believe your success story post on global community YouTube channel and you became a high ticket closer? Yeah, man. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, like, I'll be honest, being a high ticket closer is not the hardest thing I've ever done before. I think, like, really try and figure out, I don't know, there's so many different business opportunities out there. Dan just did a really good job of having some sort of accreditation, but you know, doing high ticket closing is actually pretty hard, but it's not the hardest thing in the world, guys. Like, you got to realize anybody can call himself a high ticket closer, but it's really about getting your first client and developing those relationships. And sometimes I always like to tell people, they think they're going to be a closer in like right after the program, but it's all about finding the right opportunity. And there's a lot of shit opportunities out there. So I have to warn you guys, whoever is interested in being a high ticket closer, be very careful about who you work with after, right? There's a lot of people promising you great opportunity, warm leads. You can't take it on face value. That's why you got to read. Well, I don't have one of my favorite ones, but you have to read marketing books, man. You got to understand the whole, it's like, you got to realize sales and all that is not just like a one-dimensional thing. By the way, for those 2 people who haven't hit that like button, make sure to smash that, man. I want this video to not go, this live stream is not going to go viral. So what is the castle belt? So if you guys don't know, I'll show you on, by the way, do you kind of like this style where I kind of like share my screen and stuff? So if you guys take a look, this is Dan Pena's QLA, and what it is he has a QLA seminar, and this is roughly $20,000, by the way. It's pretty freaking expensive, but he basically goes over the fundamentals of how to be super successful and how to purchase businesses and stuff. And he's taught a lot of people, like especially like London Real and all that. Really, 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 really smart guy, man. So if you guys are ready to go Castle, you can click here. But one of my really good friends, she actually told me to go to Castle and stuff too. Yeah. So how tall are you? I'm 5'8". Finishing first round of pharmacy school. Do I need anything in the summer or can I just relax? Dude, I would say the most important things about pharmacy during that summer is just kind of relax, but plan out your strategy going to school. Just talk to people. And actually, you know what you should do? You should really like, this is what I do for my mentees. So by the way, I've had several students reach out to me for my mentorship, which is really, really cool. I'm going to be getting back to you guys if you guys are watching this, but yeah. So what I recommend to my mentees is just like, dude, reverse engineer your goals, right? So I have a few videos on this, but kind of see where you want to go after pharmacy school and kind of plot backwards rather than just trying to find your way. Just really like kind of like, you know what, I'll figure it out. You know what happens to those people? They never fucking figure it out ever. Like I was one of those people. Like I did not figure out my career or anything like that by just kind of wandering, right? What you want to do is kind of know, hey, I don't want to do retail. I want to do something like informatics, or I want to do something like, I don't know, be a work in managed care? What are all the positions that are available in managed care? What are PharmDs doing in that? Okay, I know that I want this position. Let me reach out to those type of people to see if it's something that I want to do. Great. Now I'm building a relationship with them. Ask them, hey, if you're in my shoes, who else would you be talking to? What other questions should I be asking to other people? What steps would you recommend? What steps have you done? And would you take those same steps to get to where you are today? Right? Start planning that. Start being more productive. One of my favorite books right now is like Getting Things Done. I think that's a great book. I'm going to be doing a review on it. But yeah, start off with that, man. Have a good idea of map out where you want to go. And guess what? It's not like you're committing. It's not like you're getting married to this one idea. You're just testing it out ahead of time. So meet a lot of pharmacists. Don't take your time for, like, everyone wants to help out an intern. I don't know a single pharmacist who would be like, oh, I don't have the time for you. Like, most pharmacists, like, they will make the time because they want to give back to the community, right? So do that, man. I think that's really, really great. But love your enthusiasm. I think that's really great that you're thinking so far ahead. Do you have any tips on brain fog, man? I realize I've been getting it frequently, is why I asked. Thank you, brother. Well, you look like a pretty fit guy, so it sounds like that is really good. I have experimented with nootropics and stuff. I think those, like, things like paracetam and all that kind of helps. But if you want to go more natural, right? Like, dude, the mushrooms, not psychedelic mushrooms, but a lot of like the Four Sigmatic mushrooms, where it's like there's like reishi and all these other like all these other mushrooms. I can't, for some reason I'm blanking out on the name, and I probably need some, but those are really good. Like, Tim Ferriss raves about them, and that's actually when I got into mushroom coffee, and I started doing that, and I've noticed like a huge difference in my concentration. Now, do I remember every single time to take it? No. Right? But that helps for me. And sometimes, like, having really good intake systems, if you're looking beyond supplementation, really having good intake systems, like getting things done, really helps. Doing a brain dump every single morning really helps me, and kind of organizing it and all that. Really recommend Getting Things Done. Really great book. It's almost like a consulting book. How do you qualify influencers, says Lemon, besides reputation, lead amount, course price? Metrics, man. You got to ask questions like, hey, what's your cost per lead? What's your dollar per lead? What's your talk about the customer journey. Does everything make sense? Check out their copy. Does that make sense? Go through every single step of that customer journey, and does it make logical sense? What is their current ad spend? How much percent? Like, one question I always ask is like, what's your average cart value, or average visitor value? Those questions not only qualify the influencer, but those questions also perceive you as a position of authority. So if you know the KPI to track or the KPI to look at, then that will help, right? Conversion rates, like if they're getting leads through email, like what's their open rate and all that sort of stuff. Like, that's why marketing is so important, because that's the one thing that Dan can't teach in those 7 weeks. He can't teach you all those things about marketing. So you really got to learn that by yourself, honestly. Or take my friend Rich and Nich's academy as well, right? So obviously course price and stuff too. Yes, the style's great. Never give up, guys. Road to be success. Have a nice day, bro. Thanks, Androx. Do you offer hourly consulting calls? Not really. People say I should, honestly, but I just haven't, because for me, I'm not a nickel and dime type of guy, but my time is getting more and more valuable now. Like, seriously, I think it's getting a lot more valuable, and the amount of value I give to influencers or clients or prospects, like, is crazy value. All of them are mind blown, and they want to work with me over and over again. But, I'm in it for long-term value, man. So when I do decide to work, I'm very picky with my clients nowadays. Like, when I first started, I wasn't very picky. That's why I was having, like, churning through clients and stuff. But since it's weird when you have so much opportunity that comes in your life, you can afford to be a lot more selective. So yeah, bro, you read Think and Grow Rich. Tell me what things you like, or you know what? I actually have that book on my bookshelf. I've tried reading it a few times. It's kind of boring, to be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of Think and Grow Rich. Wow, fucking shoot me, because I'm like the only one that fucking doesn't like that book, man. Like, to be honest with you, I know it's a classic. But even like Dan Pena talks shit about like Napoleon Hill being fucking broke and stuff. Yeah, man. I think a lot of the concepts from that book are probably in other books too, but it's just hard for me to read, man. And it's just like it's not my cup of tea. I want to move fast. If I read a book, there's a certain reason why I'm reading it. I'm not just reading it for personal development and stuff. Yes, personal development's always in the back of my head, but what is gonna help it? How is a certain book gonna help me achieve a certain goal? It's almost like medicine, right? Think about pharmacy for a second. Hey, you never go to a pharmacist and be like, hey, what's the best medicine out there? First thing your pharmacist is going to ask you is, well, for what are you trying to do? Yes, there's not one magic pill for anything, although that one magic pill is called Norco. No, I'm just kidding. But like on a serious note, like they're going to ask you for what? And they're like, oh, maybe it's I'm looking for, oh no, I can't think of a good can't think of, maybe I have allergies, right? I'm getting sniffles, I'm allergic to fucking cats and shit. I need something. Oh, then your pharmacist can be like, well, you have XYZ options. Tell me, what have you tried so far? So that's like it's almost like a closing call right there. It's pretty interesting, right? So I do the same thing with books, where if I read a book, like let's say I'm really struggling with positioning. Oh, great. I got a book on positioning. So I know that how to frame myself and do all that sort of stuff, So I think you should have a purpose when you read. AZ says, what kind of music have you been cranking to lately? Honestly, I haven't been in touch with music. I was trying to like listen to like Meek Mill. I've been listening to Khalid's new album. Like, is it new? I've been listening to his album. Bro, are you single? Technically I'm single. I'm not in like a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, but I am dating right now. So yeah. Kevin is on Farm more when he recommends Shroom over Adderall. Dude, by the way, I was always kind of hippie. If you want to know my true story, I actually worked at GNC for the longest time, and that really got me into herbals and stuff like that. And I was always into herbal medicine. So yeah, Shrooms over Adderall, I guess, or you can take modafinil like everybody else does in Silicon Valley, bro. So take Adderall like people up in the Silicon Valley. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate your time answering your questions. No problem, bro. Same here. Boring this book I'm reading now. Yeah, and honestly, like, you want to know is a little trick I do when I read and shit? Like, here. Think and Grow Rich review. Like, literally, this is what I do. I will show you my screen in a second. Yeah, I'm just looking for like Think and Grow Rich, like just like, sometimes this is the best thing, right? Like, okay, cool, let's take a look at this review, see if it's like any good, and perfect. Like this is kind of like the Cliff Notes, honestly. Is it as good as the real thing? Probably not, whatever. But it gets the point across, and it's good enough, right? Like, I'm not trying to do everything. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, I just want good enough is fine. As long as it can apply the knowledge, that's all that matters. Rich Dad and Poor Dad, do you read? Yeah, I do. It's a pretty good book. I think it's a good intro book to business. Like, if you really want to get into business and you're really fascinated about it, I recommend it. Dude, this got so sidetracked. Like, literally, I was supposed to go through this, but honestly, it doesn't even seem like you guys care about pharmacy and shit and looking through all this sort of stuff. But I just thought it's kind of cool to see that you guys have so many business questions and all that. And I like that more. I actually, to be honest, I I'd rather talk about business all day. One of the reasons why I still talk about pharmacy is because a lot of you guys are pharmacists, and I look at the numbers, I look at my stats, and I see what people like, and I see what people want me to talk about, and it's always pharmacy, man. It's never business. I wish I could talk about business, but it's okay. It's okay, you know. So, yeah, shoot me some more questions, guys. And you know, if there's no questions, still got what time is it? I've been streaming for about how many minutes? 145 minutes. So what I can do, wow, my camera's really off for autofocus. There we go. What we can do meanwhile, if you guys got no questions, let's kind of go through this, because honestly I haven't been keeping up with pharmacy at all. Tennessee pharmacists stand up and advocate on behalf of your patients, share the important value, blah blah blah. I'm not part of Tennessee, but let's see what's popping. Blah blah blah. Prohibits PBMs. Oh my god, it's more PBM stuff. Okay, let's look at something else. This is kind of boring. Fellow Redditors. Okay. Damn, feeling cute. Back order. Holy shit. That is a lot. Oh my god, that's so funny. Androx says, thanks for answering question. I find it fascinating how you're farm, but you aren't a fan of any meds like Adderall, Xanax, or whatever. You must be taking something for performance. Not really, to be honest with you. I'm pretty not a naturopath, but like I like to focus on the basics and stuff. I think like in my past, I used to be really big on supplements all the time. I used to take everything under the sun, but it gets expensive and there's diminishing returns. And when you see people who are getting results, what does it really break down into? It's diet and nutrition, but no one fucking wants to buy that shit because people want a magic pill, right? It's the power of good marketing. And once you realize that, and like realize that all these supplements are coming from the same fucking place. There's like the same suppliers, and they just like rebrand it, and everything else is just based off brand and marketing. So yeah, man, like as soon as I kind of realized that, like I don't know, I've just always been a lot more like natural type of person. I used to buy all organic shit, and like I don't know, I'm just getting into it. By the way, I spent over like $160 on groceries last week. I thought it'd be really kind of cool to just like, you know, get back on track, start keto again, just cook up some new like nice steaks and stuff from Costco and whatnot, and just fucking eat that shit through the week and eat salad and all that, and just go back to basics, man. So yeah, like I try to be as good as possible, right? And that's why I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do anything, but I have a soft spot for carbs, bro. Like that is fucking hard sometimes, you know, as much as I challenge myself, right? Missed the beginning of your stream, interested in the numbers, gonna watch it later. Oh, I wasn't showing anything crazy. I was just showing, like, I'll show you Tim really quick. So basically what I was saying was that this is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I'm sure you looked at it before, but when you look at it's at the top, but like this is the job outlook, right? Most people care about this part, right? Employment of pharmacists is projected to grow 6% from 2016 to 2026. And if you look at the total jobs, I think this is the absolute value. And please correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm reading this. What the fuck? Huh. Well, hold on for a second. Oh, I'm not even showing my screen. Holy fuck. Bureau. Let me go back. For some reason, it just exited. Bureau. So this is Bureau of Labor, 6% job outlook, 312,000 jobs. Employment change is only going to be 17,000, right? So let's take a look at the job outlook. And this actually started happening. So I'm not really a numbers guy, but I started becoming a lot more numbers guy like when I started looking at more business type of stuff. And I was just like, hey, is this really true? What are the numbers, right? So it looks like pharmacists are 6%, and I think this is like an absolute value. So it's only going to change from 2016 to 2026 to 17,000, right? That's what I see. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but those are numbers. And I was just on uh AACP because I was just really curious to see how many students are graduating per year. Is the rate the same, right? Even though there's increased growth right here, it doesn't mean that there's like a surplus of jobs. And I found out, 142 US based schools. And when I was looking here, this was a very alarming right here. So it said about 14 from 2016 to 2017. There was about 14,000 first professional degrees in pharmacy awarded, which to me, I don't know if I'm looking at the numbers wrong, but you can do the math pretty fucking quickly and realize there's going to be a very saturated market if this number stays the same, right? And if the rate of and keep in mind, we gotta know like how many people are retiring each year or how many pharmacists are leaving the job market. But to me, it looks like it's going to be very, very saturated, guys, to be honest with you. Right. So Tim, that's all I really talked about. Which business are needed for business? That's way too general, man. Like there's so many good books. Like, dude, I kind of want to show, well, it's really, really messy, but dude, you want to know what good books there are? Fucking take a look at that shit. I have like books on books on books. They don't even fit on my fucking bookshelf, man. And I got organized that, but yeah. I asked because it seems like you're inherently at a disadvantage when all your competitors are taking performance enhancing drugs. Silicon Valley, Wall Street, Hollywood, wherever's hot. If you don't take anything, yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, that's the culture too. Like all these places, they're taking like a lot of like that's the culture, but it's okay. Who cares, you know? I think superior market. I don't need 100% of the market or anything. Dan Pena doesn't need any of that like fucking shit. Like honestly, yeah, it helps you probably keep going, but honestly, I'm in it for the long term. So like one entrepreneur on Sims versus entrepreneur two Sims might get destroyed, controlling all other factors like hard work, blah blah blah. But here's the thing, yeah, there's no competition if you're fucking dead at the end of the day, right? So that's just my input. Let's go back to this really quick. See what else is happening in the pharmacy thing. I don't even know. This is honestly not my favorite thing to do, but this is funny. I like these social like questions. Hypothetically, if I think one of my technicians are super attractive, is that bad? Asking for a friend. Don't do it, man. It's not worth it. Go on Tinder and do it the old fashioned way. Fucking savage. That's so funny. Don't shit where you eat. And that's how I actually felt in farm school a lot, actually. Like I was like, you know what? I don't want to shit where I eat. So I never like dated any of my classmates or anything like that. But honestly, like at the end of the day, like if you really feel like you're gonna be a great power couple and stuff, or that person makes you happy, I mean, just fucking do it, you know? And at the end of the day, take the precautions of not working at the same store and all that sort of shit. Like, but yeah, like, dude, like just because a fucking job tells you not to do something doesn't mean that you don't do it. Like, dude, do whatever the fuck you want at the end of the day, as long as it doesn't hurt anything, or as long as it doesn't affect multiple people. Like, it doesn't matter. There's a reason why jobs have that in place, because it's gonna affect the business, like if there's any drama or anything like that. So I have to assume you spent 6 years in pharmacy school because you're a pharmacist, but that type of title screams GED. Don't do it. Damn. So yeah, man, funny advice. How many people are still on the stream? There's only 3 people on. Oh shit, we really dropped a lot. Anyways, I think that is all for today. I am getting quite tired, and I'm just gonna start editing some cool videos for you guys. Great info. I think BLS and manpower project can be deceiving too. I think the best indicator of is number of hours and hourly salaries that the new grads are given by clients. That's where the heartbeat of the profession. Uh, great points, man. It's kind of like it's quite alarming, man. Like when you look at the data, but I'm sure there's things that I'm not considering. There's things I'm not looking at, and I don't know where to go all these places. But I literally was just like, hey, let's look at the hard numbers. What are the experts saying? What are the stats saying? And try to like come up with a conclusion and make the best decision, because that's what I'm doing in my business life right now. And I was like, you know what? I've been saying like, hey, pharmacy is saturated, but let's look at the numbers. And to me, so based off my research so far, and this is not like very high level research, by the way. It's very anecdotal and like just me Googling shit and just trying to find the organizations that take these statistics. And it's very alarming to me. So I just want to kind of share it with you guys just so that, you guys can make better decisions too and take a look at everything yourself. And I encourage you guys, hey, take a look at the Bureau of Labor statistics. It's actually it'll tell you a lot about our profession. And take a look at the AACP as well. They have vital statistics. They have a section of that. That was really, really cool. This Me Too shit makes it scary for a man to look at these coworkers today, let alone smash. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't know, man. This we live in a really interesting time. I don't know how accurate this was, but even like when people were talking about like the whole Kavanaugh thing, like they were saying that a lot of the people who testified against him like made it up and under perjury, right? Like they lied under oath and whatnot. And it's just like, fuck, so it's a really interesting time. And a lot of it's a dark time, because if you're viewed as an alpha male, like it's like people man shame you, man, all the time. And I don't think there's anything wrong with like being an alpha male or being a great man, like men, feminine. Like I just feel like all this, like there's a lot of things kind of falling apart in society right now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not super conservative or Republican or anything like that, but man, it's just getting to that point where it's so freaking crazy with all the genders and stuff, and I can't even keep up with it. Keep in mind, I grew up in Massachusetts. I'm like very like Joe Rogan. Like I have a lot of same stances as him. Actually, pretty much all my stances are on the same page as him. Open for anything, like, dude, like, but it's getting really, 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 really crazy. And I feel like right now it's just like people are just imposing all these beliefs on other people, and it's just like, dude, stop giving I don't know, man. It's just like been really kind of bothering me recently, I guess. Yeah, one of them admitted to lying. It's so disgusting. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. Like, dude, that's not right. That's really not right. But hey, what can you do, man? Anyways, this ain't politics. I'm not Zach King. Like, I don't know that much about politics. When it comes to business, I'm very passionate about it. When it comes to like politics and stuff, I'm not really super gung-ho about it, even though I should probably be more gung-ho about the legislation and stuff and the laws that are being passed and all that sort of stuff. Like I should be more aware, but at the end of the day, is reading more on politics really gonna help my bottom line right now? Not really. So that's why I'm so focused. Like it's periods of time. Like right now I'm just so focused on just like my business growing, surviving, all that sort of stuff, and just thinking what's gonna be my quantum leap advantage, as Dan Peniel would say, So, anyways, I'm getting kind of tired, guys. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great night, guys, and really had a great time just chatting with you. If you guys kind of like me sharing my screen and just like vibing and just like showing you stuff that I'm checking out and all that, let me know. But yeah, let me know in the comments. By the way, before I sign off, did you guys like this stream today? Andrew Yang 2020. Andrew Yang makes a lot of sense. First Asian man to become president. Oh, so funny. Yeah, but on the real, like, did you guys like this kind of stream today too? Like, I noticed I had a lot of likes today, but you know, I just want to make sure that my content is always getting better and better. And especially for the live streams, I really don't know. Like, I come on here and I don't really know what to talk about half the time, so I just wing it, and I think it's pretty apparent. But I mean, if you guys don't mind, I don't care either. Like, I just want to make sure I'm giving valuable content, and I do run the analytics on every single video that I do and just try and make things better. All right, getting kind of tired. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care and have a great night. Peace.